Today's one of those days you probably shouldn't go fishing. I've been cooped up inside all day because of the weather, but I'm not having it anymore. I'm getting outside. I may or may not be using the kayak. I've got it loaded up, but regardless, we're going fishing. Let's get to the spot. Alrighty boys, so we're actually already in the pond. We drove about 35 minutes south, got out of the rain. It's actually a beautiful day now. It looks amazing for fishing. But this is a pond I was told I could fish at by a guy that goes to school with me. I don't know if I'm allowed to fish here. I don't see any no fishing signs, but I'm going off his word. He said you can fish here, so I'm gonna fish here. Alright guys, jumping in the video here because somehow I forgot to mention one of the whole reasons I filmed this video was because I wanted to show you my brand new fishing pole. In the intro, I just forgot to talk about it, but as you can see, this right here is my brand new rod. I've seen all your guys' comments making fun of my reels, saying, oh, they suck, it sounds terrible, you need a new reel, and I know that, so I finally invested in a new reel. So, I actually got this on sale at a tackle shop nearby where I go to school. I got a Duckett Paradigm, and then it's like a CRI or something. I'll put it up on the screen right here. But that is the reel that I got. It's a 8.3-to-1 gear ratio, has 8 ball bearings, and I spooled it up with 17-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon. I just wanted a reel that was powerful, could cast far, was smooth, and that I could kind of do everything with. It was only $80 at this tackle shop, but it retails for a lot more. I've seen it retail for like 150 bucks at other places. So yeah, that is the new reel that I got. And then I paired that up with a Googan Squad Go-To rod. It's a 7-foot medium heavy fast action. So as it says in the name, it's just a go-to. This is one reel that I want to use for, you know, most of my pond fishing. I mean, pond fishing is the main thing I do. I just want a rod that can kind of do everything, a combo that's strong enough to do everything, but also light enough to where it's not super bulky. And yeah, I'm not going to talk about the reel yet. Let's go fishing with it, and then we'll talk about it after. We have a pretty decent sized small lake, big pond, and it is looking juicy. So let's try to break in this new combo with some big bass. Let's make it happen. There he goes. There we go. Okay. Hello. In the boat. Guys, we have been fishing for 30 minutes without a bite, and there we go. We finally got one. Up shallow on the lizard. Chunky fish. Thought it was bigger in the water. That right there came off of the new combo though. Fought him like a champ. I was literally just getting concerned because this pond looks so good, and I was about to I was getting ready to make a clip saying like, it's crazy how good this pond looks just for there not to be any fish in there. And then finally I got slammed. I've seen a good bit of beds. Like I know the bass are up shallow. I've seen beds, and I've been fishing a lot of cover too. Like there's a lot of trees in the water, and it was just a matter of time before I finally got bit. That was a good bass though, so I'm not mad about it taking so long to get bit. I thought it was closer to an hour, but it's actually only been 33 minutes of fishing. But like I was saying, I'd much rather get less bites and better quality bites than catch just a ton of tiny bass. So that's a good first fish. Now we just need to get one about 5 times that size. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Yep. That's a good fish. God, they look so much bigger in the water. It's not huge, but dang, maybe about 2 pounds. I swear I thought he was 3 in the water. That is fun catching them like that though. I was literally dangling over that branch, and I felt my line get tight. I was like, yeah, that's a fish. This is how I like to fish, guys. Up shallow, Texas rig, setting the hook hard. This is just like some ponds that I fish at back home. This is my kind of fishing. My weight keeps sliding up and hitting the tip of my rod though whenever I'm reeling it in. Uh-oh, I just got my first backlash. I've been fishing with this reel for, I don't know, this is probably my third trip using it. The first two were off camera, and I have not got a backlash yet. That was my first one ever. But yeah, it's kind of scaring me hearing that weight hit the tip of my rod, because it's like, uh-oh, is my rod messing up? Is my rod breaking? But no, I know what it is. It's just the weight hitting it. Oh, had him. God, another good one. Oh, yo. Come here. These things fight in here. He absolutely choked it. The lizard came out, but that hook is down his throat. See if I can do some surgery on him. Oh, I got it. Got the hook out. He's bleeding a little bit, but swam off just fine. Sheesh, dude, I know there's gotta be some big fish in here. The quality is just there. But yeah, there's some big fish in here, I know it. Oh yeah, he got it. Ooh. That's another decent fish. Golly, he choked it too. Oh, look at that bait, it's gone. Big old head on him. Kind of a short, weird looking body though. It's number 4. Setting the hook like that never gets old. I just saw some bait busting and some fish staring out in the middle. Yeah, I could probably throw a rattle trap and catch some, but I would much rather catch these bass. Also just realized that camera's not recording, and I held the fish up there for nothing. That's alright though, that wasn't a giant or anything, so. Oh yeah, that's a decent one. I've said that every time, but this might be the biggest one. It's not hooked very well. There we go. I picked up the chatterbait just for a second, and look at how that bass ate it. Literally destroyed that thing. That's a good 2 1/4 probably. I haven't thrown the chatterbait very much at all, but I'm glad I picked it up just then. And I've been saying this whole time, but I know there's some bigger fish than that in here. Everything's just so healthy. It's like, you know, there's got to be a 5 or a 6 or, you know, a 10 sitting in this lake somewhere. That one might be big. Oh gosh, yeah. That was so sick. God, why do they look so big in the water every time? Every time they come up, I'm like, yeah, that's a 3-pounder. And then it ends up being like 2 pounds, 2 1/4. I will say that is a good average size for a pond though. Especially around where I go to school, I haven't found too many places that have big bass. And here, catching a 2-pounder ain't no problem. That fish was sitting in extremely shallow water. I don't even think it's a foot anywhere back there where I just casted. I'm about to bottom out the kayak right here. Oh gosh. Be big. It's not. This is actually one of the few fish under 2 pounds today. He just put slack in my line, and by the time I set the hook, he had ran way to the side. Gotta love whenever they make your line squeal like that. All right, guys, my Texas rig is definitely a little big. Like, my hook's definitely a little bit too big, but I want to put this swim bait on because I want to fish something faster. Plus, the way they're hitting it, I feel like this might be the move. So I just got a little Strike King Rage Swimmer on the same Texas rig that I already had rigged up on the new rod. Not the cleanest looking setup in the world, but that should get hit. And it's more weedless than the chatterbait. That's why I don't really want to throw the chatterbait back there. This should get munched. Oh, dang, dude. Chased it right up. Fudge! Oh, excuse my language saying fudge, but that was so sick. Yeah, I believe it is topwater time, and I know exactly what I'm going to throw too. I definitely didn't bring my topwater box. That stinks. Alright, well, I'm just going to stick to what I'm throwing then. Because with this swim bait, I can really buzz it across the top if I want to. God, that was such an aggressive eat. I don't know how big that fish was. I don't want to say it was big, because every time I do, it ends up being 2 pounds, but holy, what an eat. I don't know how I didn't catch him. You guys see that? It's right there. My goodness, that thing is huge. Yo, right under the boat. Yeah, you do not want to be swimming in here. There we go. Oh, I lost him. Literally took me like 3 casts. I put on a young dinger just because I was tired of not catching anything. That was like instant. I knew I could get bit on this. I didn't want to fish it just because it's kind of boring, but I got tired of not getting bit. Ooh. Uh-oh. Ooh, that's one of the day. Yeah. Oh God. Yes, baby. Let's go. Let's stinking go. Yeah. Check this out, guys. What a way to end the day. Chunky, solid 3, probably 3 and a little bit of change right there, pounder. He absolutely choked it, just like you wanted to. Let's get the release. See you, girl. It's kind of late to be fishing a Senko, but man, I was just getting so tired of not getting any bites. And I gotta say, Senko came in clutch. After I caught 5 or 6 fish, I just started messing around and I was trying to catch a more aggressive bass. And I got a couple bites, but it wasn't working effectively enough. I definitely could have caught a lot more fish if I was throwing the Senko or the Lizard all day. Alrighty boys, I actually ended up having a really good day on the water. I lost count. I don't know if I caught 7-ish fish, maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more. But as for the combo, I actually really like it. The reel really does remind me of some Shimano's that I've used. My cousin has a Shimano, and I've cast and reeled it before. It feels very similar to that. It has a very big handle on it, which I like. It's like a big handle to crank. I don't like some of the smaller handles I've had on other reels. The 8.3 to 1 gear ratio reels in line fast, which is great for, you know, getting fish in whenever you got slack in your line. And I have no complaints about the rod. So overall, this is a good combo so far. Really, you have to fish with it more to, you know, tell how good it really is. But yeah, guys, this was a fun day on the water. Caught a lot of fish, broke in the new rod. If you like this video, let me know by dropping a like, comment, subscribe down below. But other than that, I'll see y'all in the next video.